Hi, this is Rich B and AZ, and I'm here today to show you the Fisher Price cash register. It's quite an old toy. Got it for our kids, so I know it's quite old. It's a fun toy. It has coins which we've lost. I had to make some new wooden ones. I'll show you that in just a minute. But it's fun. It's tactile. You get to push buttons down. You actually have to move them. And then it comes out and you can send it inside and it comes out of the cash drawer. It's a fun toy for little kids to play with. Yeah, so the problem was we lost the plastic coins that used to be in this. So I made these wooden ones, 5, 10, 25, to go in there, and I made them from dowel rods. I'll show you that in just a second. So Lowe's, the hardware company and stuff, sells a variety of sizes of dowel rods, and it just so happens that I was able to use this size, and this size to make the coins. So I wrote it all down on a piece of paper. I'll zoom in and hold it, and there's the sizes that seem to work nicely, or at least the sizes I've got. I did come up with some alternate thicknesses which would work better for the coin sorter. Yeah, these dowel rods come in 4-foot lengths. You see, they're quite long, so you could make a lot of coins out of them. And if you're not very good at sawing, because these are hand sawn, and I got some of them wrong, so I have to make several. But I highly recommend one of these. I'll show you that. This is a sawing guide. There's a hand saw in here. It's got a little protective sleeve on it. But you can set it up to different angles. This one's straight across. There's miter angles, various directions. There's even a side slot angle. So that's available at Home Depot, fairly cheap. These Stanley saws are quite sharp. They'll cut pretty quickly. You don't need a power saw. And I've got a Dremel out here. I used the Dremel to cut the numbers. So these are actually recessed into the wood after I cut that. The colour is used with a food dye. So obviously it has a yellow, there's a red, and a blue, and it kind of matches the old colour, the plastic ones. And as you can see, this Dremel tool that I was using has a ball end on it, so you can kind of carve almost any angle. Oops, over focused. Of course, if you don't have a Dremel to cut those numbers into the face of the coins, then you can use wood burning stuff if you have that. Or you can just put them on with a thick felt tip pen. Now, you may have noticed that during this I have the Better for Coin Sorter. So what's that? Well, I made a coin sorter after looking on the internet and seeing a few real live coin sorters for quarters, dimes, pennies, etc. And I made a coin sorter specifically designed for this. So the idea with the coin sorter is you drop the coins and they come along these ramps, and then there's this ramp which has slots in it that suit only those coins. So it will sort them based on width. And then they drop down these individual slots here, and I've made a few modifications on the way. This is made from a cardboard box. It happens to be a Cherry Hut cherry pie box. It's got various bits of reinforcement. It's just cardboard and wood glue. Everything is stuck together, cardboard and wood glue. Used to be a plastic shield across the front, but unfortunately the kids just rip that off continuously. And that helps to stop the coins bouncing out. Okay, well, let's see if it works. I'm going to drop a 10 in. Yep, it stops here. I've added some bits of weather stripping at various points. There's weather stripping here, and there's a bit of weather stripping here, just to slow the bounce down, because these do bounce out. like that. That's why I had that plastic on the front, stop it bouncing out. Oh, went down the wrong hole. Come on. There we go. It's supposed to go down that one. So that's how it works. And you can put multiple coins in, and it should work. Wrong hole. Like I said, it's not perfect. I didn't say that. But it's much better if you match this second set of numbers on here so that the coin difference in width is too close here. It's better like that. And it still works in the till. It took some experimenting to get the angle of this side correct. I've got an old protractor here. And if you're making one of these, you'll probably have to do some experimenting. This is something in the order of 22 degrees, but you may find that you need to change that a bit. What I found was, if it was too vertical, the coins would bounce out. If it was tipped too far back, the coins would slow down with friction against this back surface. So getting that angle right, you have to do a bit of experimenting. So you need to build this part first. Sort of just hold it on with tape to start with until you figure out an angle that works for all the coins. And like I said, I've got anti-bounce things in there to try and stop it from bouncing, to deaden out the bounce. And it can still bounce. These little tabs in here are designed to knock the coins sideways a bit. And I have them on both sides of the chutes. You see both sides. And it slows the coins down so they don't bounce wildly or shoot through into the bottom immediately. There's supposed to be a gap here so you can push them through. It didn't work out so well. I think I needed a bigger gap here. But it works. Kids like it. It's fun for them to play with, which is the most important thing, right? Yeah. Well, there you go. So, coin register with no coins. Made coins out of wood. And a coin sorter to get them in the right order.